Try to avoid this street on Mondays. Unless you have lasagna. Welcome back, everybody, to the small town of Dows, D-O-W-S, Dows, Iowa. I'll get to a little bit later why I'm here and why I probably put a thumbnail that says my last time in Iowa or something to that effect. It is a beautiful 75, I mean just perfect 75 degrees out today. No wind. I think this might be the first time in camping in Iowa where I haven't had any wind. And I am at a city campground here, the Dows City Campground. So this has probably the best price that I've ever been to. It's $5 with no electric, 8 with electric. And I parked an electric site because I didn't see any non-electric sites, although I'm not even going to use it, but I'll still give them the $8 because that's amazing. So as you can see, I am traveling very bare bones here today, this time out, and I'll explain that shortly too. I stopped and got some wood right outside of town. Don't even have my car this time. Just a couple bags and a tent, and it's my old tent. I decided why not try my old tent. Well, I had forgotten how big this tent is. It doesn't have the height of the one I normally use now, but there's a lot of room in this thing. I forgot how big that was inside. I could probably even get my normal inflatable mattress in there. I think I could, like, just put it in the center and inflate it. So I might use this more this summer than my other one. Well, from time to time. The old Iceco that I haven't used in a year. I also forgot it was missing one of these deals had been missing off of here, so I just used something to tie it down. I don't think there's supposed to be any rain tonight, so it should be all good there. I'm not putting anything inside till I get back for the night. Speaking of which, we're gonna head over to town. Then we'll come back here for the night. Do some, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Start the cornfields, why not? You can see all of those big birds up there hanging up on there. And I'm afraid I can't tell you much about this town other than I looked today and just over 500 for population. It's a museum here, obviously not open now. Didn't say online when it was. Looks like there's an old-timey telephone company there that I doubt even is in existence anymore. They have a grocery store that I went into real quick before it closed for my supper tonight. Get a little money into the economy in here, and also the only thing else open right now I think is the bar, so for the viewers I'll go in, otherwise I normally wouldn't. Looks like the storefront of the original Time Machine movie. Back at the campsite now. I read the rules and we're outside of a Minnesota State Park, so I can enjoy an adult beverage. I have Exile Brewing Company. I think this is an Iowa one. I have the Ruthie, which I think is a pretty popular one here in Iowa. I've had it before and it's pretty good. I've just got one of these, and then very Iowa, at least the two people I watch from Iowa on videos drink this. So I thought, why not? Coors. I mean, banquet beer. They call it banquet beer down here in Iowa. And at the grocery store today, I thought a pork chop would be very Iowish. Iowish, is that a thing? And then I just picked out a potato, which I'll cut up with an onion. I don't have my usual stuff with me, so I needed to get some butter or something, so I got Blue Bonnet. $7 for dinner altogether. Gonna get the fire going. All right, the onions and potatoes are all cut up. I put a dollop. That's my favorite cooking term, by the way, a dollop of whatever this is, butterish stuff. A little bit of salt. Bunch of pepper. I don't have my usual stuff with me tonight. I'll wrap that up and get that on here. And this wood is actually burning pretty quick, so I know it's always a complaint. Not fast enough or too fast, but it's moving pretty quick, so I'm going to get this on here right now. I think it's all cooked up. It's thin, so it doesn't take very long. Yeah, that's cooked nice. Very hot. The potatoes, nice and soft. Okay, I'm gonna eat this real quick, and we're gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna go for a walk before it gets too dark here. Let's check out the men's room. Now keep in mind, I'm only paying $8 tonight. Got a labyrinth in here. This also serves as the showers and stuff for the city pool, which is right next to me here. So I don't think these are showers really that, I don't know, for bathing or just for getting in the pool. Yeah, they have this high-tech screening for the I feel bad for anybody who had to use that, and I won't even go into the women's restroom, but yeah, there you are, $8. So I guess the question is right now is, why am I in Dows, Iowa? And why is this probably the last time I'm going to be in Iowa? And it's not, but it'll be for a consistent reason. Thing is, when I started this channel a little over 4 years ago, I didn't know where I was going with it, and a few months later, my son was accepted into Ames, Iowa State. He's a Cyclone. He graduated this year, and I am so proud of my son graduating, for sure. But when I started this channel, one of the things I did was bring them back and forth quite a bit. So in the beginning 2 years of this channel, I did a lot of Iowa, a fair amount of Iowa camping, and loved it. I found so much that I didn't even know. I mean, there's Ledges State Park, there's Pine Lake, I think it is Pine Lake, that had the still the most beautiful cabin of a state park I've ever been to. Stayed in a yurt on a farm and really loved it, but all that kind of ends now because he has graduated. So proud. And I'm on my last trip today to pick his stuff up and get him back to the Minnesota area. So beautiful. So almost 4 years ago, on that road I went by, just over there where I'm camping, I went by there and saw it, and it said, I gotta camp there at some point in this city. Is this the most spectacular campground ever? No. It's nice. It's only $8, but I love camping here. And I like walking up and down these roads, these country roads, just as much as I do in the deep woods. So look at that farm. I mean, there should be like a farm hike where you can do that. I would love that. It has nothing to do with my moniker on this channel. It's just always just like appreciated the beauty of the farmland. Oh, I guess I wandered into the cemetery. I hope some of you out there can appreciate this as much as what I do in northern Minnesota, state parks and stuff like that. This is just as special. And I know people who live here, I'm not picking this town in general, but places like this, say it's well, I live there and it's nothing special, but no. You got something special if you live it and have a view like this. By the way, this pool looks really nice. Look at that. They must have redone this pretty recently. It's a nice looking pool. Got a little more firewood to go tonight. It's just after 9, and this time in June, you get this daylight so late. It's wonderful. I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff into my tent, enjoy a couple more banquet beers, and that'll probably be it for tonight. There's only one other person in this campground, and I did talk to one of them earlier as I was checking in, and very friendly, very friendly. Nice. I can hear cows mooing over there. There's pigeons cooing around here. There are some houses right behind. It's been pretty quiet though, just birds in general. So I don't know, this is not going to be for everybody, but this is for me tonight, and I really enjoy it. Well, good morning. The only neighbor I have took off about 15 minutes ago. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Super quiet here. I barely heard them leave. They were really quiet leaving for a big rig. Looks like a beautiful day. So my original plan again was to walk just past those houses there and there was a gas station, get some coffee, but closed about 3-4 days ago, so all I have is a bottle of water till a little bit later. So I'll be crabby till I get some coffee probably. There is the smell of farm in the air, manure. I don't mind it as much as a lot of people do. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in it, but it doesn't like over disgust me, I guess, as much as it does some people. So I guess that would be a thing if you camp here. Wasn't there last night. Pigeons cooing. Beautiful morning. Well, I'm all packed up and ready to go. Got everything cleaned up. Very peaceful back here. Occasional car coming by, but just very quiet and peaceful back here. I mean, again, we're surrounded by houses there, and then some over there where I walked to the cemetery last night, but overall pretty quiet. And at least it wasn't a pit toilet. I'll say that for the restroom. So I'm heading to Ames. I will show some footage of Ames, but I don't think I'll be talking there. I gotta find some coffee and some food too. Important things. I was saying about how quiet it was. Anyways, thanks for going on this tiny journey with me. This is probably a pretty short video, and that's okay. Appreciate you watching, and I will be back in Iowa sometime, someday. Maybe even later this year. I kind of want to get into the South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa corner there too. That might happen later in the year. From the farm fields of Iowa. Thanks for watching.